It's 04:30 at Bagram Air Base in Afghanistan. The staff and volunteers at the Contingency Aeromedical Staging Facility, or CASF, tirelessly prepare a group of American soldiers who have been injured in their area of responsibility, or AOR, for a flight to Germany, where they'll receive further medical care before returning to the States.
On a small night, we can range from 3 to 4 patients coming in on a mission. And then it depends on what happens in the AOR. We can get from 15 to 20 patients.
The staff must prepare for a variety of injuries, ranging from life-threatening, caused by improvised explosives and gunshots, to non-battle injuries such as sporting breaks, burns and serious illness. But although many patients have physical injuries, it's often the problems that aren't so easy to spot that provide the biggest challenge and the highest reward.
We get a lot of mental health guys that are coming through, a lot of PTSD, so post-traumatic stress disorder guys have been through a lot more than we have, so just talking with them, make sure they're doing okay.
The patients are bussed to a waiting C-17 aeroplane, where a team of volunteers help the CASF staff move them onto the aircraft. Once on board, the in-flight medical team take on responsibility for their well-being.
We're going to have patients along the seats as ambulatory patients. And in the far back, we're going to have the CCAT patient, which are the critically wounded patients.
But it isn't just wounded soldiers who'll be making the trip to Germany. On today's flight, there'll be another passenger, also injured in the line of duty.
He was hit by shrapnel that hit the kennels and had a large wound right in his right hind limb.
For the more seriously injured soldiers, the war is over, whilst others look to make a swift recovery and return to their units out in the field. However, for some soldiers, the trip to Germany is a different mission altogether.
Probably the worst cases we've seen are the catastrophic head injury patients. And that's where a soldier has been injured so badly that he has almost no brain function left. And our main purpose is to keep him alive so that he can see his family one more time in Germany. So those are very challenging from a medical standpoint, but also emotional standpoint.
During the 8-hour flight, a dedicated team of doctors, nurses and technicians give the patients round-the-clock care, ensuring they are monitored and stable at all times. Once in Germany, some of the patients are taken to receive further treatment at Landstuhl Medical Center, but others are taken to the CASF on Ramstein Air Base, where another group of dedicated personnel will ensure they receive all the care they need.
What we do here is temporarily take care of patients, changing their bandages, giving them the medicines, and taking care of them en route to their home destination. It's something we feel passionately about.
Sergeant First Class Alan Russell suffered nerve damage when 80 pounds of armour fell on his head. He was flown to the CASF in Kandahar, then to Bagram and then on to Germany.
In a country where you have soldiers who come home as amputees, you have people who are killed, to know that you're not just pushed to the wayside, it really makes you feel appreciated and makes your service feel like it's worth it.
This year alone, more than 6,000 patients have been moved on more than 800 flights. Many of the staff and volunteers who work for CASF across the world would never meet. Their only connection, the soldiers who pass through their care en route back to their families. But no matter whether they're in Afghanistan, Germany or the United States, the CASF staff all have one thing in common. Tomorrow they'll be using their expertise to care for the wounded soldiers all over again. This is Jake Tupman reporting from Ramstein, Germany for the NATO channel.